I busted in the head 3 times, God. Is he dead?
Is the fuck you mean? Is he fucking dead?
Who said is he dead? Was that Master Killer?
Sound like Method Man.
Oh,
it sounded low key, but like a very, very intoxicant. Like he had just hung out with Wendy Williams, Method Man.
so
Hey,
okay.
get this shit started.
Okay. I hate to start this way.
Come out of here.
I hate to start this way. But let me ask you, niggas.
All right.
Did
Uh-oh.
did it happen?
It had to have happened.
Did Cliff smash Wendy?
Yes. Yes.
I am certain of it.
Yes. Why would she lie?
I ain't gonna put that body on that man.
Wendy Williams has done a lot. She spills a lot of information. That's fucked up. That's fucked up. She's done a lot.
She's done a lot of surgery. She's out here at Carmella.
Facts. What I saw somebody that was built like her. They were like, "Why she look like she holding her breath?" That's Wendy Williams. but I didn't make nobody get their body like that. You know, that's what it looked like. Everything is up here and everything down there. Anyway, I've never seen her as like a dishonest person. Like she always seems like she's almost telling too much of the truth. I can't, if she was, we was driving in my Jeep, we put our hats down to get through the crowd. I can't roll blunts. I roll joints. So I was smoking what he had. He was in the tub. I was like, yes. Yes.
Yeah, that happened.
And he probably thought it was never going to come out. He didn't realize.
See, this ain't all right.
It's a new time.
Hold on, this the show, nigga.
We almost there. We almost there.
Just the show.
No. This pre-show. This production.
We almost there.
Yeah, this is the soft open. As opposed to anyway.
Facts. Facts.
Yeah.
Oh man. So no.
Sure.
So especially at that age, niggas try shoot they jumpers at everything, right? But who usually gets hit is who's around. Facts. And Wendy was around.
She was all out there.
Niggas. Her body count probably stupid.
Ew. I see that, people.
It is what it is. It is what it is.
Did anybody have the pleasure of watching the Wendy Williams?
Oh no.
Yo, it's the best Lifetime movie they've done.
It's better than the Salt and I watched parts of the Salt and Pepper one.
Yes,
and that shit was terrible.
Yes,
she looks like Wendy Williams.
No, that lady looked way better than Wendy Williams.
No, that's a fact. That's a fact. I'm like, damn, Wendy is attractive.
Yeah.
Oh, that's not her.
That's what Meth was saying back in the day.
She was good though.
She was good. Good. Shut up.
But no.
Drip don't know shit. Shit was going on. Look.
So who is Wendy?
No, I know. I'm looking at
Wendy Williams. When Meth hit Wendy, Drip was a drip. God dang it.
Well, but Wendy Williams, this was how many surgeries? She wouldn't have been that deep in the game back then.
Ew.
Now we got to start the show.
She's had breast implants since 1994. And
Fuck.
No, those ain't the same titties. She re-up on them.
Yeah, she definitely re-up.
But she also
I've been open about having liposuction procedures.
Because she did a lot. She did a lot to herself.
Yeah, no. She got a whole her front end alignment done, and then she got a Cuisinart put in.
Dude,
and they shaved a lot off the back.
Mr. Fusion.
Remember what Angelica's doll used to look like on the Rugrats?
Cynthia, yeah.
You niggas is old, yo.
Sierra Payton is who played Wendy Williams.
Oh,
Instagram.
Yeah. Yo,
that shit.
That fallout was a work.
Greetings, wrestling fans, and welcome to another Chin Pack card of All-Star Wrestling.
Niggas is back. And niggas is black. As always, it's the Black Wrestling Podcast, giving y'all wrestling from a nigga perspective. It's your boy Cal, representing rockthedub.com and various other things in this world. But you already knew that. The squad is around. The squad is on the line. The squad is on the YouTube. Please say what's good
Cal.
to the people.
That's Cal. That's
Yeah.
Cal.
Yeah.
That's Cal.
Yeah. Cal
That's
from Ava.
That's Cal.
Yeah, Ava DuVernay Cal.
That's Cal.
Hey, you know,
Bianca
things
Belair
happen.
interview Cal.
That's
Hey,
Cal.
I'm just working. I'm just working. You know,
Cal,
this
the
is,
famous. You the most famous person niggas know.
let me find
Yeah.
the fame. Where the fame is.
Niggas said,
I
yo,
don't.
that's Cal. Let me get his autograph.
I should start charging
Facts.
$5. I'll send you a autograph in the mail. I'll sanitize the envelope and everything. No COVID.
Yeah.
That's
You're gonna get your OnlyFans.
Yo,
No. No.
Yeah.
No
You
OnlyFans.
already got the backdrop.
all you gotta do is get the little pink thing to hang there.
Nope.
Yeah.
Nope. I don't know what y'all talking about.
Cal, you doing a silhouette challenge?
I don't know what is that. What is that? I don't know what you talking about.
Oh, that bitch like this.
You got that.
Oh my god.
That's gross. That's
Holy
gross.
shit.
That's gross.
That bitch like this.
That's disgusting. And that is why you need to be watching Black Wrestling on the YouTube. You a fucking fool, bro. You was a fool. Is you getting a fucking OnlyFans, my nigga?
Oh
Mav
my God.
Damon on the
Trying to-
TikTok.
That's why
He
he's trying to
can't
get the
do
show started. He's
anything
got plans.
until look. This nigga can't do nothing to the end of Black History Month. He's busy every single day.
Yo, I was going. Introduce yourself.
Hey man, IlFam7 out of your social media choice, aka Dangerous Fam Spivey.
I like that.
Cal,
What's up?
it's not hard to recognize which guys are slime. Be advised, people. Sir, we recognize who lies. It's all in your eyes, Chico. At Mav Damon.
Damn. I love it.
And Davis, aka Drip, the stat guy, undisputed stat guy, and the Jay White Boy of BRP.
Facts. The Owl Man.
Around
And
the
when he said
world.
it's white boy, he talking about he's talking about marijuana joints.
Big facts. Unless his job is talking, and then we don't know what you're talking about.
Well, who?
We not exactly. Exactly. We don't know what's going. Damn, we had something scheduled for today, but you'll see that in the near future. It's not that it threw off anything that I had going on, but I had this episode running differently. But I'm glad we're able to just be, home team talking about the insanity that was. Was it insane? Is insane the right word to use when talking about the 2021 Royal Rumble pay-per-view? It was a pay-per-view.
It was
Yeah, it was good. I liked it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A through F. What y'all grading it?
B.
Yeah, I'd say B's.
B
No plus, no minus.
B plus.
Yeah, that sounds. It's an interesting way to start off WrestleMania. The road to WrestleMania. Obviously, hell, any black wrestlers we'd even want to shout out. You got to start with Bianca. Everybody thought she was going to win, which made me think she wasn't going to win. And Rhea Ripley was all over that goddamn Royal Rumble match, so I was certain that Bianca wasn't going to win. She fucking did it though. She did that shit.
I did it.
I was pissed. Like y'all mentioned, this is my all right. So I went to bed Sunday, like, yeah, Bianca won, Edge won, but we'll talk about that in a bit. But the next morning, my homie hits me up at work. It's like, yo, would you like to hop on the Zoom with Bianca? Like, yeah, duh. Like, nigga, of course. So in doing, like, I know, like, the conversation at me and Bianca Belair, which you can read over at the Empire, is in my head. I already know how it's going to go. Even to the point where, like, I can anticipate what she's going to say. But I said, let me make sure I do my due diligence, do some Googles, find out what's out there. Not even a day after she wins the Women's Royal Rumble match, I got to see a post talking about, did her feet really touch the floor? Did she really win them? These poorly constructed screenshots of Bianca Belair's feet looking like they touching the floor because some people don't want black to be beautiful, especially going into Black History Month. Why?
Yeah, stupid. It's a shadow, stupid. So a shadow next to something black might look like it's touching the ground. However, we watched it, right? We all paid $9.99 for a network. There's video, there's footage. Stupid. Her feet didn't touch the ground. It was a shadow. Kill yourself.
Shit.
Appreciate it.
Facts. Big
Love
facts.
love fam.
That's good. It's crazy to like. I was thinking about the Rumble, and I don't know how everybody feels. The ending of the Women's Rumble, I think, was better than the Men's Rumble, but I think the Men's Rumble overall was a better match.
Yeah.
Facts.
Why? Like, why? Why is it got to be like? Why couldn't they just had a good overall women's match? They had good women in there.
They didn't because they had it was a lot of like NXT-ish niggas. Like, nigga, Natty was in the top 5, the last 5 left. Natty,
She was 30. She was 30.
But yeah, so she was there at the end and no one cared. So that's the problem is, and this is the case with every single women's division, is even if it's good, it's top heavy at best. It's none of them. I don't know if there's a stacked women's division in pro wrestling.
That's a good question. It's because I guess of the major 3 in America, WWE has the best division, but
Correct.
Stacked is probably not the word I would use.
Right.
Because you again, once you get out of the top, 6, 7-ish, depending on how you feel about some women, it's not a steep drop off, but you like the quality is up here, and then it's kind of here, and then there's a lot of shit that's mid. I had Dana Brooke that in the Rumble pool, that was mine. I knew I lost that money early. Is you good, man?
They gave me the blumps.
He got it again.
He got it again. It's funny.
He already got it.
You already got it.
You the dog, motherfucker.
God damn. But the show we watched the whole show. Everybody watched the whole show. Man, if you watched the whole show, right?
Yep. I had to get out the Discord.
Nigga, the Discord.
Somebody's TV was faster than mine.
Yo, the Zoom was on till probably almost 3 a.m.
I can't do that. I got work in the morning.
I gotta work in the morning.
Nigga, your man, never mind. Anyway, go ahead, keep going.
Yeah, no, I passed the baton to Fam. I was like, I gotta go to bed. Like,
who? Oh man! Shouts out to him. I heard he had a night. I will not out you.
Oh, that was then
in the Publix, but because the thing is,
that's whoa. Okay.
Well, man said early. Man said, look.
Because this is what we're gonna get into this week.
Dummy.
The thing is, on our coast, that's about as much information I'm gonna give about this man. On our coast, there was gonna be a whole snowstorm, and Jokers was like, "Yo, they called me out here. I ain't got to go to work there." The kid, boom. So he said, "Bet we going in." And from what I understand,
I'm not mad.
Look, do your thing.
No.
Do your thing.
there have definitely been worse things said around, and this is so cryptic. And niggas like, well, the Discord niggas is like, we know exactly what you're talking about. However,
shouts out to the team. Shouts out to the home team. But yeah,
100%, yo, shout out to the team unified today in one common cause.
Look,
again.
Hey, fuck y'all niggas, man.
That ain't
that's sad.
Well, and of genius.
Math, this the thing is low key. These are the darts that I throw at you.
That's a fact. That's between me and you.
In the comfort of our own private conversations. I can't be like, yo, they jack my style, but they low key jack my style. Although they be on the Black History fact type shit, which is funny.
Man,
funny.
The ill part is they don't realize that Math is derivative from his first name. Y'all stupid.
Stupid motherfuckers.
It's too funny. It's funny when people know you, but they don't really know you. You know what I'm saying?
You crack your jokes, my nigga. You leave that gaming boy alone.
What?
Bums don't talk charismatic clothes and Paris Vogue fashion shows, and you ain't step out on nothing but a patio. Glad you know, nigga.
Oh,
Math Damon mixtape out.
You better stop fucking with me.
End of the month.
Hey, Google Math Damon Gold Gloves. See what you come up with.
Wow.
Look at him.
He going right now. The stat man is going right now.
Yes.
Look at little Al meat.
I want put that phone down quick. No, that's funny. That's fucking funny. This nigga stupid as shit.
Holy smokes.
This nigga stupid as shit.
Whole lot of wild places you can go with Lil Al Meat. Lil Al Meat sound like the worst gang name of all time.
Lil Al Meat will kill you. He will kill you.
Where's Lil Al Meat Holmes? Where's he going?
Lil Al Meat got a couple of bodies on that knife. I'm just saying. All right.
Lil Al Meat definitely button button at the top.
Facts.
With a beat underneath. Cut the wire, eh? Cut the wire.
Where's the wire cutters, essay? Yeah.
Where's the wire cutters, essay? No locked doors.
Thank you.
Wait. All right. Let's rein this in. Let's rein this nigga stupid.
You talking about, eh? I'm doing the rest of the show in this voice, man.
So
619.
Now, hold on, before you get back on the rails.
Go in. Let me take another shot. Shit.
This
for the homie.
Out.
Go in. Go in.
Yo, was this is a legit question. Was Eddie Guerrero a luchador?
No.
I think he could do lucha style, but he did more than lucha.
So I think that depends on you, brother Math. And what I mean by that is what is your definition of luchador? Because if you're asking the WCW definition of luchador, no.
Correct. Yeah.
But
right.
If a luchador is just a Mexican wrestler.
It says a Mexican professional wrestler frequently, but not always masked. So when you think of luchador, you think of a masked wrestler.
And a flippy masked nigga.
He wrestled lucha libre, that style, but he wasn't.
He didn't wrestle that style.
Well, he wrestled
at times.
He wrestled in a mask. Yeah, in Japan, and I don't know if he was doing. I don't think he was doing lucha style when he was.
But he was supposed to be that guy there, but then adopted Japan style, kind of.
Where beating nigga up style.
So if with Eddie Guerrero out of the discussion, who is the greatest luchador?
Rey Mysterio.
Yeah, I think it's gotta be Mysterio.
Yeah,
is he Mysterio? Even with, because I don't pay that much attention to Rey Mysterio when he lost to Junior. So the majority.
So I feel like what he did as Rey Mysterio Jr.
was
coupled with he ran on top at WWE. So he did. Yeah, it wasn't, but he had this.
This nigga won one day.
That's a damn shame.
He was the champion. He got all the way to the top.
He was the guy. He's their biggest Mexican export.
Nah,
I'm out of here, man.
Nicaragua. I'm sorry.
This nigga's
Back to you,
Pure Colombian cocaine.
Back to you, Cal.
he say back to me like he didn't start this conversation. That's funny.
Back to you, Carnal.
So
Mi sangre.
they started the Royal Rumble with Drew versus Goldberg, and I'm always the one who looks like the ornery old man because I'm like, are they going to stick the landing? What is the point of the thing that some people are hype about? And I have like realistically, they brought back Goldberg. They had a couple of Raws where that sounds crazy. They were on a couple of episodes of Monday Night Raw where they had interactions. And then he goes out there and looks like an old man. He barely gets the jackhammer completed and loses the match. And it's like, this guy's pretty good. Drew McIntyre didn't even need that, did he? Did that do anything for him as the champion?
Let me ask a question, Brother Cal.
Of course.
What would them sticking the landing look like to you?
That wasn't the landing that they.
I would have wanted them to do a different situation entirely and do it better.
When
you feel what I'm saying?
When you talking about the angle differently?
A different match, a different guy,
a different match.
Guy.
Oh, I mean, no, but that's not.
I hear what you're saying, but I think the thing is because it feels like what they wanted to do is continue whatever this nonsense story is about Drew being infatuated with legends and all this stuff with the past. And I'm assuming the thought process was Goldberg's this Hall of Famer, this GOAT. I don't know who we'd be a GOAT with, but they feel that Goldberg looks a certain way to people. Whoever. I'm just saying. I'm because I'm trying to understand it. And if the idea is Drew is going to be looking WrestleMania ready, or he's going to look like he went through a battle that he won, and he's going to be that guy going into, a WrestleMania program. I don't know if Goldberg in that match did anything to make him look any better.
No, he did not. He did not.
Not that he looked bad, but
no. So
Goldberg.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Drew has, and I haven't been a big proponent of Drew for his whole run.
Right.
However, what I'm starting to realize is Drew has drawn the short straw as far as championship reigns goes, maybe of all time.
It's a bad one.
Of guys who they've actually really ran with, and they've run with this guy for a year. He's had to deal with the panorama,
the Rona, yeah,
no crowds,
right,
a thin roster,
Bruce Pritchard,
no great foils,
right.
He's got a raw deal.
Well, let me say this real quick, that even if there were crowds, I don't think it would have worked out as everyone thought it would with him being the defending champ. I just think they would have shit on it like they did with Seth when he beat Brock. I think it would have gone that direction.
Because he's not that good.
You think it would have been... It
would have been like a dope celebration, but then like two weeks later, maybe 2 months later, they would have been like, all right, anything else? Like,
you think it would have been Roman level of get this man out of here?
Mm-hmm. If he's being this legacy, legacy of a champion. What does a champion mean? It means this to me. That type of.
You think that
champion?
You think that deal where he got the kilt back from Sheamus from out his closet, he got the kilt and the sword out of his closet, and that's supposed to sound the way it sounds? Exactly.
And
pulled that sword out of his closet and gave it to Drew. And you think that would have went over with these crowds? Do you think he came out there and lifted his dress up
a lot of blade talk
the last 2 weeks? Sheamus, you think that would have went over with the crowd?
Jay White Boy would know. No, I'm just kidding. That's fucked up. I think the thing is, because again, we've had conversations. We had a conversation with shouts out to Brian H. Waters, rocking Black Rasslin merch during meetings at work. I respect the shit out you for that. Shouts out to the man.
I've definitely done the same.
I told him, I was like, look, the Black Hogan hoodie, that made the rounds through the empire, and niggas knew. They didn't know, but niggas knew. They, at the very least, this nigga got the blumps. At the very least, they would know that this man did not rock with Terry. But we had a conversation about how Roman is benefit. Don't do that. Nope. Terrible. Cut all their mics. We had a conversation about how Roman Reigns benefited from the Thunderdome situation, the fact that he's able to talk and get his shit off during the match, and that's really helped build his character. And I think people like Alexa Bliss, although some of the shit is kind of wonky, I think the illusion of it goes in some days I'm big up on it, some days I'm not, but it lends itself, being able to do the cuts and the costume changes and all that. You couldn't do that if the show was really live in front of an audience, at least not to the effect that they're doing it. But I think
they can actually do a TV show. Yeah,
they can put in the production, the pre-production, and the editing that they need to really make that feel like a spectacle. And I think Drew is someone who I think he needs a crowd, because without the crowd, there's nothing there. Like, he's talking on the mic like he's talking to people.
Yeah, you know what got him over, right? The two things that got him over was him counting, and a giant kip up. Those two things got the nigga over.
So Shawn Michaels stuff.
He almost died.
That's funny. Go Black Rasslin YouTube. We got some goat talk up there about Bret and Shawn Michaels. It's funny. The funny thing is
I don't see anyone trying to do Bret Hart stuff to get over. I mean, what are you gonna do?
Yeah, they do. Them niggas get mad and believe their own gimmicks all the time.
CM Punk did that for a minute. Yeah. But the funny thing with that, the total sidebar, the funny thing with that is the conversation pisses Math off. Graham is back and forth. A day or two after it, Graham was like, nah, I was kind of lit. I didn't really mean it like that. But then when I posted the video, he was like, nah, fam, check my energy, blood. Check my energy, cut. Like, he was on. He walked it back. He walked it back.
Matt, didn't you say Ric Flair was overrated? They're like, you know what? I watched that match back. I was wrong. You're like, I'm staying on my square.
I never went back though.
You didn't go back. You said fuck it, fuck that old white man. Pause.
No, what I'm saying is I legit was like, you know what? I was wrong. I just don't fuck with Ric Flair.
Yeah.
But Graham took it back.
He walked it all the way back.
And then says, yo, I was lit. Like, nah, you already took it back, son.
Yeah.
That nigga was with the bottle of Hennessy the whole time. Like, yeah, good. You know what I mean?
So was I.
He was sipping it out the bottle though. We don't know how much he was drinking per sip. We see that fancy ass shot glass you had on. Exactly. But
was gone.
The junior vase is like a junior vase.
We saw your vase. I got a vase. You have a vase. No, nigga, not that. The shit that got the cork in it. The glass cork.
Glass cork.
Yo, Himbe. Oh, all right.
It's a decanter.
Oh, all right.
That's a decanter. You don't drink out of that.
The glass cork is funny. Nick, that's how lit the Zoom was, though. I'd never seen them shits in real life. An aerator?
Oh, the aerator. It's important, man. You got
Coochie Man was out there.
Shout out to Cuz for when we found out about the aerators. The first thing he said, "Yo, I got Hennessy in the car."
Put Hennessy in that bitch.
Ran right aerating the Hennessy.
Man.
The bottom line. Hell, son.
God dang, kid.
That's cool.
But yeah, get out.
The Rumble, and we're gonna have a conversation about this in a little bit after we get off the Rumble stuff. But I do think it's funny that the Rumble started with an old ass man, and it ended with a guy that looks like an old ass. Edge's Drip. How old is Edge? 40 something.
47. He's a year older than my dad.
He looked old. It's the gray. He looks
weathered.
He looks like he's on the edge.
I don't think he looks that old.
Bullshit.
No, like he looks old, but he doesn't look that old. Yeah,
I thought he looked older last year when he came back. He looked older when he was crying at the Rumble last year. He looked older last year.
No,
I'm trying to think of what he looks like to me.
He looked like an old Roman Reigns, yo. When Roman came back with the Tifus, when he came back with them goddamn Jamie Foxxes. When Roman came out with them Jamie Foxxes, he looked like Edge. Goddamn dominoes, them goddamn tombstones he had in his mouth.
I don't know how much Edge weighs, but he looks thinner. He looks like
he looks like he's got like the dehydration diet because like his face looks more
got the dehydration. Yo, Bobby Boucher got it. He got the dehydration and
the dehydration diet is funny.
He died from the dehydration.
I'm trying to. Was there any before we even get into the men's rumble?
Boobies.
Kevin Owens and Roman Reigns. Them niggas. Kevin Owens, you a goddamn fool.
Yeah, he don't care.
That's known.
That nigga's spleen ain't gonna work in 2 weeks. I'm just
at all. He gonna be shitting blood. Shitting blood.
Alcoholic on toilets are shit blood.
I felt bad though, because the thing is like the match was mostly good. You know what I'm saying? Like once they went to the backstage area and Roman hit him with the cart, and then they just started.
You mean the AEW spot?
Jesus Christ.
You know, because in wrestling, nothing's been repeated in wrestling.
No, but this is the thing, and this is a PSA to people who watch AEW. Newsflash. Drugs, prostitution, and pro wrestling are some of the oldest businesses in this country.
I was like, what do they have in common?
I thought we were going somewhere else.
What do we want? I'm sorry.
What did Nas say? No idea is original. There's nothing new under the sun. You can't tell me that the first time a motherfucker got hit by a car, a golf cart, whatever, was within the last year, nigga.
Hey, yo, you
think Roman Reigns did it for The Rock?
He had to. They had the Yokozuna playing right after the Royal Rumble.
Hey,
he said, look, we about to keep it in the bloodline.
Huh.
Which kills me because as much as AEW wants to be so progressive, they pull from so many different things in wrestling history. But these niggas, everybody wants the Attitude Era back. But when they show you something from the Attitude Era, like a whole Samoan running over somebody with a car, we forgot about that shit. What do y'all want then? Who are we?
Do that one more time.
No, I don't. This shit is. It was freestyle. You know how that shit go.
Yeah, you can't come back to it.
It was in the moment, but that's why everything gets preserved. Throw it right on the YouTube, and y'all can rewind that. Make it a meme.
Facts.
What I'm saying, you can't tell. I don't care how innovative some of these cats in AEW is. They not the first ones to run somebody over with a car.
Why is that your sticking point, my nigga? Like, yo,
it's like one guy's sticking point, and it's the guy.
Don't worry, we'll be back to it. Don't worry. Keep going, because I'm gonna do it again. Keep going.
It's the guy who's the Lonzo Ball, the Ball brothers. It's the guy who his brother's getting all the shine. So he's like, this spot is like my one claim to fame in the last 10 years. So let me have it. Let me have something.
I'm gonna keep it a buck. I don't think I ever saw the AEW spot. I know it happened. I don't think I ever watched it.
I'm not gonna lie, I love that match. Or I don't know if we'd even call it a match, but I loved whatever that was.
No, it was a match but then they ran the spot back at the stadium match.
Yeah, they did.
That's what I'm talking about, the stadium.
But the first time it was a tag match. It was Howard and Kenny against Jericho and
right.
Amy, I think. Yeah,
it was on dark.
No, but it wasn't no black people in it.
Nah, it was the day showing of dark.
It was light. AW light.
It was light. Light.
I felt bad because that handcuff shit at the end, it killed the match. It killed the match.
I ain't gonna say it killed it. It slowed the momentum of the ending.
Well, the thing because they were doing the 10 count throughout the match, but you couldn't suspend your disbelief for the amount of, because it was like a good 25 seconds with Paul Heyman fumbling with the key and shit.
So I was conflicted at that point, right? Because you sit there and Roman was handcuffed to the bottom of the fixture or whatever, right? Mm-hmm. And logic would tell me you can still stand up on your legs.
Right.
But if Roman Reigns would have stood up, cocked over because he was strapped to the goddamn cage, I'd have had to cut the pay-per-view off and be honest.
Facts.
Is this nigga going? Nah, nope. Cut it off. Cut the whole thing off. Leave him down there on the ground. Knock the referee out. Hurry up. Thank you. I appreciate you.
The one, I guess, Dave Meltzer being the only journalist out there who has a line, because I don't know if I could hit the WWE and be like, yo, what happened? They'd be like, nigga, get the fuck out of here. You want to do an interview later, but we not having those types of conversations with you. He's got whoever his plug is, their response was he was putting the key, he was trying to put the key in the handcuff the wrong way. That was it. Like, it wasn't like, oh, he didn't think to flip it over. And I could see somebody being in the heat of the moment and kind of getting flustered like, shit, there's a count going on and you got to get to the finish. And from what I understand, it sounds like they kind of rushed into, I don't know if the guillotine was supposed to be the spot immediately after he got out the cuffs, but it sounds like they immediately went to the finish because it just looked a little crazy. But like, I can understand why Paul Heyman wouldn't have been like, get some bolt cutters. Like, it's too much going on right there. But I was feeling the match, and then I'm kind of like, damn. I felt bad that ended up happening to the match because it was a good match. It was a good match. They did a bunch of insane shit. Niggas got hit with golf carts.
Yeah.
I felt bad.
You can still spin it with the way that Roman Reigns was, you know what I mean, how he's been intimidating. I seen the witch Melissa was talking about this, like, yo, this nigga's been bossing around the referees in all of his matches. You can just say the ref was scared.
Right.
He just saw what happened to his man's laid out. You think you gonna count the 10 on this motherfucker? He just ate raw fish and he barefoot. This nigga's crazy.
No, it's a good point. Again, like
he said it was a good point. I love it.
To rebound.
The white man said, yeah, it was great because they never had shoes when they didn't never have shoes. So
I love it.
They didn't need them. And then he got out here with these boots and acting brand new. Like, nigga, you think you're a security guard?
You mean I get shoes? Like, oh shit. He's like,
That's very funny. That's very, very funny.
Shouts out to Davis. Davis be so oblivious to the low key racism of certain things. He's like, look, we wrestling right now. We talking wrestling right now. I love it.
We not.
I love it.
It's coded.
Coded language all day. Shouts out to the 4 people that understand everything that's going on in an episode. I don't know who y'all are, but I salute you. 0 probably.
Old ass rock.
News.
Coochie man.
Coochie man. The aerator. That's his new nickname, the aerator.
Coochie man, the aerator. Definitely a big anime character. Coochie man, the aerator is the nigga that was doing it to his old lady and all the house party movies. In the house party. I keep coming around here while I'm trying to.
A public enemy. I don't care about no public enemy.
I got something for your ass.
I got something for your ass. Wait OG, right there.
OG was jumping in the movies, boy.
He was humping the shit out of her.
Cool. Great. She was a little bitty lady. You want the bone lady? God, you are a strong little one, ain't you? Boy, your cookie. You're strong. Boy, you're up out of there. She slid out of that nigga like she was about to change his oil.
Jesus Christ.
I'm out of here.
Nah, because the nigga, he did this. He did these.
Yeah.
And I mean,
I don't know what that is.
You know what that is. You know what that is. You know what that is. I feel bad because not that I forgot that Sasha had a match, but I don't remember the Sasha Carmella match at all.
It was decent. It wasn't the one. It wasn't as good as the one that was on TV, but it was a decent match.
Carmella damn near killed herself.
Yeah.
Oh, she had the splash that she did, and she landed on her face.
On her face.
And you could see they had these camera people. They don't know how to not catch that shit. Sasha's on the ground like, "Yo, baby, you good?
You all right?
You good? Because you landed on your whole face just now."
Thanks. Like you ain't even get this ass whooping yet. You all right?
We still got another 5 minutes, and you already your whole face on the ground. It's crazy. It's sad. It's sad. Carmella's not the one. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
She's not bad.
At what? Wrestling?
She's terrible.
No.
That's not. I ain't gonna say she's terrible. She's
a good character.
Yes.
I think the rest of it's a wrap.
I don't think it's bad. She's not. She's good enough not to ruin a match.
She can keep a competent match, but she did land on her face.
Yeah. She can sing in church.
But I thought it was funny because then she had to be in the Rumble match, and it was like it's a wrap for you. Is she even going to be in contention for anything after this?
I don't know. But would you rather her be at the top of the ramp moonwalking?
I didn't like the moonwalking. I didn't like the match. I don't like Reginald.
Reggie about to take it to your mama.
Yo, would you take the other Bella over Carmella?
Which Bella?
The other.
Bree?
Yeah. The
Bree
one
mode? No. Bree mode? Botch mode?
Botch mode.
No.
She wasn't good, right? She wasn't even a good wrestler.
I'm gonna keep it a buck. Stat guy Greg, we can discuss this. I didn't think either of the Bellas were good. One of them was better than the other.
Nikki spent time becoming a better performer.
Yes.
Well, she was. That's the thing. Is one was working with John Cena. The other was wrestling Daniel Bryan every night.
What you say? What time we?
Yes.
Are we finished right now?
Did she do the yes chant? Is the funny thing. Yeah. I guess.
No.
Joe Black wrestler to me. They had to do that. They had to have Daniel Bryan hug a whole Capitol Stormer in the middle of the ring.
That was my pick too.
We skipped over the women's rumble because Fam had Charlotte.
That was funny.
And there was no better combination than that.
so glad I didn't realize I had.
Can you imagine someone getting $50 and being angry about it? Like
Dad, well, because Carmella is.
I'd have sent it back. I'd have sent it back during the Zoom and then be like, "Hey, cuz, can you send that bread back?"
Yeah. That was kayfabe. That was kayfabe. Send me that money back.
Yeah, it was working.
For sure.
You know, pro wrestling, baby.
When Davis is like, "Oh shit, Fam's pick is Charlotte," I'm laughing.
It was like 15, right? And it's like Charlotte Flair. I'm like, no, like
Fam did not realize, and you hit like 2 minutes later, he's like, nah, get her the fuck out of here. I'm like, oh shit. You got money on this, bro. And she was like final 3. That's the crazy part.
I did not know until today. I did not know until today. I have no idea who I had in the men's rumble.
Nigga's a whole fucking idiot.
I don't remember who I had in the men's rumble. I'd have to
if niggas was gonna send the bread either way, if I knew or not, hey, cuz you know you won. I won.
Who? I don't remember who I had in the men's rumble. I always get I did 2 different pools.
I had Peyton Royce and I had Carlito.
Yikes.
So I was
out.
Anytime I put money into these pools, I never get a good pick. I need to find
I won one of these before.
Yeah, I had Kane and I had
Did I make the? I think I still have the edit list.
Yeah,
I thought you still had it.
I'm gonna.
Yeah, matter of fact, I won. Remember, because I won down Jimmy's.
You won down Jimmy's.
Rumble drawing 2021.
All my drink money back.
In the men's rumble, I had Jeff Hardy. I knew it. I saw that and knew I'm not winning this.
That
and I had
gone early,
early, because it's Jeff fucking Hardy. And then I had Dana Brooke in the women's rumble.
Yikes!
Huh?
This shit is racist, yo. This shit is super racist.
It was black people that did
was that it started out with the best was it started out with Bayley, Naomi, and Bianca for the first 3, and then Rock had them for 4, and then Billie Kay comes walking out. It was like 3 of the top tier women, and then Billie Kay comes walking. It's like, oh
Billie
shit!
Kay.
Like just rip up your card.
We never talk about SmackDown. Billie Kay's funny to me, not as like just as a character.
She's funny looking.
She is an what?
She doesn't look bad when she's not wrestling.
I think she's so into the character that she goes over the top. I don't know how she looks outside of the wrestling ring, but I feel like she gets done up. She overdoes it.
That's the character, yeah.
On purpose, right?
Yeah.
But I like the character. I'm not the biggest, like, I don't care outside of it. Like, I even liked that they were trying to do the iconic shit in the ring and it got broken up, or she was about to scream Iconics, but then Ruby Riott runs in and she's kind of like, oh shit, I'm conflicted. It didn't matter anyway, but what was the other spot? I felt bad initially that Bianca and Naomi had to, because they fought each other throughout the majority of that match.
Yep.
And when you watch the 2 of those women dangling from the bottom rope, which, I mean, I don't.
In hindsight, maybe it makes sense that they were fighting to build to that moment. I mean, someone can make that argument in the back, like, oh no, it was like the whole time they're trying to get each other.
We were setting that up. It was a good spot.
In order to survive, they needed each other. I mean, I could see Vince McMahon being like, storytelling. That's what that was.
Ain't no way.
No way.
No, I'm saying it's not, but I'm saying someone in the back could be like, after seeing the backlash online, like, oh shit, like people didn't like that. They fought the entire time.
Facts. They
it helps when they do the Rumble Bianca story. It'll be like, me and Naomi. It was a great back and forth throughout the match, and then that spot, because I think it'll be an iconic spot. It was
ill. They're both dangling from the bottom rope, but Bianca just hitting with the forearms and shit. Yeah. It was crazy. Naomi was pulling on her ponytail, trying to get back into the ring. I'm trying to think if there was another ill spot. I mean, it was just a fine Rumble match. Again, I was fearful because I thought they were going to give it to Rhea Ripley because, again, she was showing out. She was looking
That's why I picked her. I was like, that was the goal, was like for her to come up again, and then look like a monster.
And the rumor is that, I mean, just like Damian Priest is on the main roster, he showed up on Raw with Bad Bunny. This is like Rhea Ripley's.
Yeah.
I am on the main roster type shit. I think she's the talk is that she's supposed to be on SmackDown. We'll see what happens when SmackDown airs this Friday. But
I got a theory on that, and it's not looking good.
What's the theory? I want to hear the theory.
I think they're going to do the bullshit where Rhea beats Bianca for the spot, then they make it a triple threat. Because I was going to try to do some statting about. I think Bianca Belair will be the first Black woman to have a one-on-one singles match for the Women's Championship at WrestleMania.
Fact.
Before looking it up, I was thinking in my head, like, Jazz had triple threats. Sasha's been in multi-women matches, triple threat, 5-pack, fatal 4-way.
Sasha never had a one-on-one match for a women's title?
That's what I'm saying. Like, the one-on-ones have been Charlotte, Asuka, and Nia, Alexa Bliss in the last couple years. That's what the one-on-ones have been. Remember, the triple threat that main event at WrestleMania was Charlotte, Becky, and Ronda.
Yeah.
That's fucked up.
But I mean, I think so. Bianca Belair could potentially break history twice. She became the first Black woman to win the Rumble, the fourth woman to do so, the first Black person to win it since The Rock in 2000.
Right.
No, go ahead, Matt.
No, I didn't have it.
Does The Rock count? Is what he's saying.
Don't do this. Don't do this. Look,
I'm telling you, that's what. That's am I lying?
Didn't it count?
This him right here.
Cuz, hold on, cuz that's not what you were saying.
That is exactly what I was saying.
Okay,
but hang on. No, did it not count a couple months ago when we had Chris Bay versus Rich Swann, and that was the first time since The Rock and Booker T face each other in the main event.
This is his daddy.
Hold on.
That's a whole. This like he was part of a team called the Soul Patrol.
He's not saying Rocky Johnson's not Black. He's saying The Rock.
No, I'm not saying any of that. That's not what I'm saying. It's not what I'm saying. We had this conversation months ago. It might have been a year ago, right?
Years ago.
It was years ago. And we were talking about The Rock. Is The Rock still Rocky Maivia, or is he just The Rock? And
so here it is, right? Blackness can be defined a bunch of ways.
Right. It's not just one thing.
Right. Definitely not one monolithic thing. But I think
this motherfucker.
It's not. Look at this motherfucker.
I know who he is.
I think the best way to, I guess, say you lived Blackness is through Black experience. So that being the case, if you go through life, and it's a catch-22, and we as Black people do this all the time.
Right.
It's a catch-22. It's like, oh, he's not Black enough, he's not white enough, and it ain't right. But then you have to question, like, all right, well, what was his? Did he come up? Do he look like a Black dude, or does he look like? You know what I'm saying? Your perception. What does the police see when they see you? They see a Polynesian. They see, you know what I mean?
No, they see The Rock, nigga.
Well, now that's different.
He's not in a situation where when the police, if he was in a vehicle that was stopped by the police, they pulling over the white man that's driving the vehicle or whoever, and they're going to look in the back like, oh shit, it's The Rock. But
shit, it's a whole Oriental. That's what they're going to say.
That's fucked up. That's fucked up. Because Oriental is never mind.
He ain't even Oriental. That like you got sauces mixed, flavors mixed up. He's Polynesian.
Sauce. But before he was The Rock, when he was buying a fucking hoagie and saving that shit for dinner all week because that's all he had to fucking eat. If he got pulled over by the cops at that point, nigger, get out of the car is what
they was not calling him nigger.
You don't think so?
No.
You don't think at any point in his life he was called that?
I don't think so.
No, I don't think so because of his his stature. Motherfuckers knew who he was. This is my thing. From the time that The Rock won the Rumble to the last time you saw him, do you get anything black from him?
He black to me. Look,
no, he's
a black man. Nah, that's not what we're saying.
I believe The Rock is the first black man to win. I'm just asking the question.
That's what I was about to say. So do you count him as being the first black man to win?
You count him?
Yeah.
Again, but like Fam said as he was breaking this down, Corey X Kenshin is a black YouTuber.
Corey Kenshin, yeah.
Corey Kenshin walking down the street wouldn't be what like. There's a lot of people like. Who is he growing up with? Who has he been around? That's a black man. I don't care.
Nah, but if you see Corey Kenshin and you don't know nothing, you gonna call him a police will call him a nigga before he call Rock a nigga.
You're right. No, you're right. He looks more like
Corey Kenshin black.
Kenshin. You might want to throw YouTube on there. Although I don't know if there's too many Corey Kenshins in the world. I don't even know what a Kenshin is. I'm assuming that's a Japanese.
It's almost like catch can is what it sounds like to me. Like
Kenshin is how it's spelled.
Mm-hmm.
He got the kinky hair and everything now. But regardless of,
that's
a black guy.
No, that's a nigga.
Exactly. Yeah. I can't. I don't care.
Shut up, Drip.
I don't care.
Drip was like, that's a nigga.
I'm not even looking it up. I'm not even looking it up.
Did this. I said, no, that's a nigga. Drip was like,
word, dog, word. I don't care because this comment's come up a lot. I saw it on Instagram especially when people were talking about Bianca being the second black person. And I don't see him as a what did they say? I don't see him as black because the WWE always portrayed him more with the Samoan heritage. Mind you, the whole Samoan family is either still was working with the WWE or is in the WWE. Like, of course, there's more to draw from.
I think it's more. I think the Usos is blacker than The Rock.
You're not wrong.
But they not though.
But they're not.
I am wrong.
But they're not.
Like, I'm definitely wrong.
You're not wrong.
On facts, you're wrong. Yes.
Look, that one video where Rikishi didn't know which one was which, they looked like they had a couple of rocks in their shoe, is all I'm saying.
The whole time the nigga was like, man, nigga, Rikishi say nigga, come on.
He had to.
Hey, brother.
Rikishi called The Rock a nigga. I promise you.
Hey, brother.
He said, sit your half black ass down, nigga.
That's funny.
That's what he would have said.
Relax.
But
hard. Your whole face.
I think Rikishi said niggas, but not around niggas. He used to say niggas around like
Mark Henry,
the King's son. He used to say it around like got it too hot, yo. He's like, all right, nigga, y'all ready?
He said in the gym, nigga, I need a spot. Come over here quick.
Yo, if you spotting Rikishi, yo.
I don't care what
you gotta watch the YouTube.
You have to watch the YouTube. Shout out to anybody listen, Spotify, SoundCloud, all that shit, but you need to be tapped into the YouTube. I don't care what nobody say though. The Rock is a black man.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah,
and 50%. Right.
His father was black.
Yeah,
and
you know, once you get a little bit of nigga in you, you're full nigga.
It's a wrap.
I don't know, brother. I ain't never had no nigga in me.
BlackWrestling.com is the website.
Getting out of here.
Black Clat. Yeah, nah, it's funny. Nope. No.
Edge is back.
Edge is back.
Edging after niggas in your butthole is quick.
I'm out. You
gotta go.
I'm out. I'm out. That's right.
Edging.
Yeah.
Wait, so
from time to time, champ.
Edge.
That thing rest. Say go.
Edge entered the Rumble at number 1 and won.
1 is played, yo. 1 is played.
This sounds like a dumb question, but to me he looks too old. Like if pro wrestling was a shoot, there's no way he would have been able to last.
We're going there.
I'm saying like it.
Then why didn't Bobby Lashley win?
Because he's black. But my thing is this.
Shoot.
But my thing is this. Bobby Lashley's in the position that he's in the WWE because Vince McMahon likes a man of a certain stature. That sounds crazy, but it's true.
But it's
there's a certain look he's going for. And we're going to get into this next point in a second.
Yeah, I was about to say
Look at the glutes on that one.
Edge does not share. Like if Edge was just starting to pro wrestle now, he would be in the mid card. He would be.
No, the thing was, he was always like 6'3". That's the thing. Like if you've ever watched his WWE DVD, he's like, who would have thought a guy who was blonde, 6'3", would like have to fight to make it up the main card? Like he had the pro. For some reason, Vince didn't see that on.
Watch this. Watch this. All right. Edge got over. Not even Canadian. Not even fucking. Put that to the side. Edge got over because he could talk. Edge was a great, especially like the Edge and Christian stuff was cool, but when Edge went solo, that man could talk. He could still talk. He still that promo he cut where he was going to enter the Rumble, he could talk. But this is the thing. This is the thing that kills me. Because this was the question that I had immediately, and this is a question that Fam also asked during the week. And it brings to mind what the WWE is doing completely. Like they're a week after signing the Peacock deal. The show started with an old motherfucker and ends with an old motherfucker. People who were popping during the Attitude Era, popping 20 some years ago. Edge couldn't compete in the WWE ring right now. Regardless of what the Undertaker's saying, I don't care about none of that bullshit. The people who are working those matches week in, week out are peak performers in the WWE ring, especially if you're talking about wrestling on a consistent basis. House shows aren't a thing right now, but every week they're putting on the match they're supposed to be putting on.
But Edge could do that.
He could.
Yeah. Okay, fair point. Yeah.
Could. We're 10 plus years ago.
Yeah.
No doubt.
SmackDown 6 era Edge. Yeah.
He's not going to be doing week in, week out. You saw he was on Raw, did the match at the very end, which had edits in it because Homegirl had to be spitting blood out her mouth. And then he went to NXT and said, what? I want all the gold. I don't know who I'm going to wrestle. I think he knows who he's going to wrestle, but I'm going to build the ratings is what it is. I don't understand. I don't know if the WWE understands who they're going after. Like if the audience is, it's either the audience, we're doing this for the kids, that's why it's PG, or they realize that most of the people watching is the old motherfuckers that have been watching for 20, 30, us. You feel what I'm saying? Because there's no way in hell that Edge needs to be there unless the thought is when somebody's on the Peacock app and they want to know, oh shit, WrestleMania is this weekend. Oh shit, Edge is going to be in the main event. I need to click on this so we can, because it's a different world. It's not the world where Edge had to talk people into the ring. It's we're creating pro wrestling content and we want to get the people that knew that stuff when wrestling was the biggest thing in the world to go back into it, because what else is there? They're not making new fans. That's why the network is going to be dead in a month and a half. You feel what I'm saying?
And see, and that was my thing is like, all right, the booking that we usually get for the road to WrestleMania, and we're all excited about this because this season is where you get the hardcores ready, right? And all this is you prime all your hardcores for the WrestleMania letdown. That's basically what this time of year is about.
Facts.
And the difference this year is they have a major stop, like a very like a big deal stop before WrestleMania, right, which is Fastlane, which is the first pay-per-view on WWE Cop. So
word. That's what it's called.
You gotta think.
What is it called? What is it called?
What was it?
WWE Cock.
This nigga. You look like it. Never mind. I was gonna say something crazy, but I can't. I can't. I can't do it. I can't do it. But that's facts.
It texted me. I'll say it. It texted me. I'll say it.
Nah, you can't do that. You can't do that. No, we can't do that.
You know, I'll say it. But no. So you gotta. I'm sitting there watching. And I'm like, are they booking this for Mania or for Fastlane? And that's what I'm sitting here looking at now. And it's like, and it's sometimes thinking like that takes you out of it.
Yes, it takes me out of it. But I'm already like I'm 1 foot out already. But I'm sorry. But again, I just hope that he doesn't win.
You
feel
the title
at Mania,
whatever he goes for.
If you listen, so I'm kind of it's interesting because I'm like, are we getting worked or not? Everything all the interviews he's doing, the people he's talking to, it sounds like he has a hard stop at Mania, which means he's probably not going to have a hard stop at Mania.
Right.
He may go either night after Mania or the next pay-per-view, because
I'm assuming at least at the next pay-per-view that would be the end of it.
Because in our mind, he's going to try to get a bunch of matches in. I'd say at least about 5 or 6 matches with he's going to get has he had an AJ match yet? He's going to want an AJ match.
Probably want an AJ.
He's going to want a Daniel Bryan match, or maybe not.
That seems nervous. I'm real nervous with Daniel Bryan and Edge in the ring.
You're supposed to be nervous with Daniel Bryan, by the way, and he leans into it every time.
Yeah. Every time.
And that's respectable.
Go to Ibushi shit.
Christian back. All these people who they said wasn't supposed to be around is back, and I mean, Christian had a decent showing as well.
Yeah,
funny how that works.
Cody, Dre, shout out to you niggas. But now, Carlito came back looking better than Carlito.
Nobody watches Glow. I'm convinced because Carlito was jacked like that on Glow.
He was.
Nobody watched that show, which is why I got canceled. But yeah, he been ready for a minute.
I think he still was working indies and
that was and from what I understand, that's an MVP move, right?
That's what MVP did.
Exactly what that was. Yeah.
Did. I would be fine with Carlito being back.
He's on a 3-week trial, and they're talking about bringing him back part-time on TV and as a producer.
Which is what the MVP plan was, right? Then they made him on-air talent.
Well, because I was going to say Carlito's not really talked yet, right?
No.
Did he?
He just wrestled Monday. He didn't cut a promo.
Yeah, I don't think he cut a promo. I want to make sure he could still spit in the face of people who he don't think is. He didn't pull the apple out, did he?
He had an apple. I thought he had an apple at the beginning of the Rumble. Somebody took it or something.
He did, and then Monday he walked out with his hands like he didn't have it anymore. Like,
I think that it'll be interesting. I could see them doing an MVP move with him again. Another.
Who's taking the apple?
Is that never mind. I was gonna say, is that the name of the episode? But I don't think we can do that.
No,
I don't think we can do that.
Who's taking the apple?
Is it Bad Bunny? Are they gonna have Bad Bunny and Carlito and Damian Priest be a group if they're going the MVP route?
that's not bad.
Hey, remember when Snoop Dogg jumped off? They have another time, and AEW did it first.
Well, actually,
he smacked the shit out of John Morrison though on Raw. He hit him in the face with the mic, the pink mic.
That made it even worse.
Holy smoke!
It sounds crazy, but again, this was on television. Kids was watching.
I was so disappointed. Let me tell you why I was disappointed, right? Because you see on Monday night, you see the Bugatti pull up, right? Door opens, little whack Adidas come out. They probably cost a lot of money, but they was phony.
Expensive, expensive.
And it was Bad Bunny. I was so disappointed. Can you imagine had it been like MVP stepping out of the Bugatti? Nigga, that would have been
That's
fire.
what we wanted the whole time. That's what we were hoping for Underground. Remember, they showed up at the end the first time, and it was like they're in their suits, and it was like, oh, they're going to show up probably in the back watching guys fight and then be like on some Kingpin shit. Nothing happened.
Pull up in the new Bugatti.
I actually don't know what they're doing with the Hurt Business right now. They're making everybody like fracture for a second, but MVP is cool with it. He was like me. I wanted to see Bobby Lashley murder Matt Riddle, and he was killing that nigga, and to the point where he was losing the match, and Matt Riddle said like, nah, tap, I can't take it no more. And then he had him in the phone, threw that nigga over the yeah. That's what I need to see. That's what I need because fuck that man and his gimmick.
So, bro.
I don't like the kicking of the flip flops. Nah, I'm good.
Yeah, that's not his fault.
Seth Rollins doesn't like the gimmick either.
That's not his fault though.
It's not his fault.
It's not his fault. Matt Riddle can beat up most of the niggas on the roster.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. If it was a shoot, the Royal Rumble,
not Bobby Lashley.
Not Bobby Lashley.
Not Bobby Lashley.
Not MVP. MVP did time.
MVP. I don't know about that.
You're not being a wrestler, B.
MVP got that ghetto strong style though.
Yo, MVP is a real live karate man.
Hey, don't forget Bobby Lashley. Did MMA. You were this
is my point.
Okay, I thought you meant never mind. I thought you meant.
Wait, Drip. Can you look up Bobby Lashley's MMA record though?
I thought it was like 11-0.
Was he undefeated?
Yeah. I'll look it up, but I thought it was like 11-0 or something like that.
This is and that's because I think all wrestling promoters have that conversation with their workers on the way out. Like, you go and try this MMA.
15-2.
But realize when you come back,
6 wins by knockout.
And you done got mopped up. You can't come back as the mediocre pit fighter.
Right.
Look at one of the greatest arcades of all time.
Bro, he has a way better.
Wait.
Brock ran on top.
Wait. Pit Fighter was a classic game. Pit Fighter was a classic game. I'm sorry.
Yes, it was. Shout out to the Palace. What was his record?
Hey, bring up Brock's record.
Yes,
Brock was losing a lot.
Brock was he was like 7 and not even, maybe he was like 6-4 or something like that.
He was losing,
son.
And again, Tom Brady record.
Man took him early.
He had the big matches.
He was 5-3. I was close. He was 5-3. Yeah.
I think he came in beasting, but I think towards the end he kept the diverticulitis shit was coming.
Oh, that's right.
And then everyone realized he was. Everyone realized he was one-dimensional. Like, he could only
don't punch him in the stomach.
Lay on top of you.
And Matt Riddle was 8-3.
8-3. So Bobby Lashley probably would murder him in the octagon.
Yeah, he dust that nigga off. Yeah, 100%. Yeah, knock that little phony hat off.
Well, this was the other thing, because this week actually, all right.
Hey yo, that sound like Superfly from the West Coast made that beat, yo.
I gotta take a shot. People jokingly call me the Vince McMahon of the podcast, which, I mean, I'll be the Mr. McMahon of the podcast. I don't care about that. Shouts out to whoever made the decision. It sounds bad because I know he's got issues, but fuck that nigga. Shouts out to whoever made the decision to let go of Lars Sullivan. This is a momentous occasion in my life. He got canned is probably going to be the name of the episode. Sorry. I was taking a shot. Goddamn. But yeah, it's funny to hear. It's not funny, but it's funny to hear Meltzer talk about Lars Sullivan's career in the WWE, because a part of it is and if you're a real fan, you've heard us talk about Lars Sullivan and this nonsense before. When he started,
Drips to watch the tape.
He was in NXT.
Fuck you.
And the word came out that he was a whole racist, homophobic piece of shit on some bodybuilding forum years ago. I don't know how many years ago. Peace to Rosenberg for being a 24/7 champion for about 24 hours.
Hey,
it happened. The boyhood dream. The boyhood dream. They don't care, and they put Lars on the main roster with an idea that he's going to be the monster. But he gets anxiety, and I think part of it was because he knew at some point
somebody was going to dig up that tape.
They were going to dig up those old
skeletons.
Remember, he was supposed to have a match with John Cena at a WrestleMania at some point. That's how high on the totem pole they wanted this man to be.
And he didn't even wear no knee pads.
He did not wear knee pads. But I don't think they realized. I think they would have been.
Hey,
so you've seen it. That's confirmation.
That's what you told us when you did your report.
That's fucked up. I think they probably thought it would have been fine if it was just the forum messages, but I don't think anybody knew that Mans was he was gay for pay on the porno circuit. And that's not a shot at being a gay man. It's you talk about, hating gays and all this other shit you were saying on the forums, and you was on the tape doing what you had to do to pay.
How would you know? How would you know?
That's what I never seen the tape. There's one image of him standing like this and another dude standing like this, and they kind of got their hands like these.
Oh, so your mixtape cover.
That's fucked up. That's fucked up. That's fucked up because your mixtape. Never mind. Let me shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Let me shut the. Well,
that's all off air shit.
That is some off air shit. That's disrespectful. That is disrespectful. That is disrespectful.
Hey, I learned from the best.
I look. If that's the game we're gonna play.
That was funny.
No,
salute. You gotta let him eat.
He got that off. He got that off. But you know what it is.
Oh, man.
That's all you're teaching.
You started this. This is the game you started.
I learned it from watching you. All right. I learned it from watching you.
Either way.
Rest in two pieces.
Lars Sullivan apparently has some type of mental situation, some anxiety attack, some anxiety type situation. Because they kept saying, I didn't realize a nigga was supposed to be showing up, and he wasn't showing up.
Yep.
That was the thing in NXT. They had the first big push they had a plan for him. He left, then he came back, and
first time he avoided a big push.
This segment is just
bring this home.
Wrap it up.
Wrap it up, B.
Like I said, I didn't realize, because I think even with the latest push that he was supposed to get in SmackDown or whatever, it sounds like he wasn't showing up for that either. So he played himself. You feel me? But there's talk now because what's man's name? Steve Cutler.
Yep, Steven Cutler.
One of the dudes that was rocking with King Corbin with the hoodie, and then he put a blazer on top of that shit. He was MAGA.
He's a former Marine, I believe.
Well, in real life, his name is Nathan Surrection.
That's good. That's good. I like that. But now people, because we were, I say all this because there's.
Sorry, Cal. In Surrection.
No, I got it, Nate. I was there.
No.
All 4 eyes. I saw
one for you.
This nigga right here. This nigga right here.
Oh man,
crazy. There's talk that before we started, Drip was saying that people are wondering if the WWE's cleaning house now. They quietly got rid of Lars last month. Cutler's gone. Velveteen Dream and Matt Riddle. Should they be worried right now?
But again,
Riddle's fine.
We haven't seen Velveteen in a while, and before that, it's been sporadic over the course of the last 8 months for problematic Dream.
So it's been really funny with Dream because when Dream's matches are there, it's different from everybody else's that they're burying.
Yeah,
because they use him as like he's great. Every time he loses, it's an upset still. Like we know the nigga's not winning, but every time he loses, it's an upset. So
it's always pressing pause.
I think if anybody's, I think he's the safest of the violators.
Wasn't Austin Theory on that?
Austin Theory's the safest. Again, they repackaged him as a doofus and paired him with Johnny Gargano, the most likable guy in NXT.
Did Austin Theory do it?
I hope
his is what Dream is allegations by a person via DMs and shit like that.
I don't know nothing about these people, but
again, what I was saying was that so they released Lars quietly. Jackson Riker's been on TV the last couple weeks with Elias, and he was he was storming the Capitol. He was saying shit like that. I'm saying
these white folks crazy.
So and now they released Steve Cutler, who I don't think said anything on social media like Jackson Riker. He could have, but they were all the Forgotten Sons. That gimmick everyone knew was problematic from the start. It was very proud boy, very get your Trump flag and hat on. We're storming the Capitol, and obviously they picked the one guy who's a monster and kept him and Jackson Riker. Like they're gonna cut Steve, and they just cut Steve Cutler because one Vince likes and sees something with the other. Nothing.
Damn. He likes the mega guy.
He's the scapegoat at this point. Steve Cutler is a scapegoat for Jackson Riker.
He said, "You Republican? Come over here. I got you. I got you,
nigga.
You on the team, right?
Come on, you my nigga.
It's I want to save this for next week, but it is the road to WrestleMania. At some point, we'll table this conversation about what Edge and Bianca might be doing until we see SmackDown. It's still a little too early, but know that at some point we're gonna have to put on our thinking caps and kind of deduce what we think these two are going to be doing for Mania season.
Real quick though, before we get away from that, just where can the folks catch that Bianca interview one more time before we get from around this discussion?
Go to my instagram.com/CalDub. Go to the link in bio. It's up in there. You can find
link in bubble.
Link
in bubble.
I didn't realize how high. I guess I probably should have been, but I didn't realize how high people were going to be over Kenta showing up at the end of AEW. People hype up that GTS looked a little fugazi to me.
Looked like he was having trouble getting them.
It looked like it was a take a nap.
Take a nap. Take a little nap. But Moxley sold the he the Rock sold the shit out of that GTS. He hit the ground and was up and
overselling is the new no selling.
But it's funny. It's funny how things work because after that happens, the Thursday morning conversations. All right, so I guess New Japan. I didn't realize New Japan was big leaguing AEW initially when all the white guys left New Japan and they tried to figure out what the working relationship was going to be like, especially with John Moxley. New Japan, this is the one thing I learned today. New Japan said, Tony Khan, come fly out. We want to talk to you. And that nigga said, we're not doing that. We're not doing that. And they were like, you know what?
Fuck you.
Fuck you. Fuck your fucking federation. Fuck all that shit. And then the ROH shit went in the toilet. And then COVID happened.
And New Japan was like, shit.
Yeah, no, it fucked him up. And John Moxley, because the thing, the other thing I'm thinking is like he's had this belt for all this time. He ain't never showed up on the TV with this shit, none of that. But right now, the deal is Kenta and Moxley. They need Moxley.
And Moxley is losing.
Yeah, of course.
He should.
He's got to go out. He's about to go out on maternity.
Oh,
no, but right. Also like
y'all see Renee Paquette on
Renee
was.
Well, first off, we had the question. It was Renee Paquette. It wasn't Renee Young, and she was definitely holding.
Yes, sir. And not in a good way.
It was a whole baby.
Yes, sir. She was.
Shouts to her.
Yeah,
shouts to her though. That do your thing. Do your thing.
Yeah, nigga Booker T was like, yeah, look at you, girl. You look pregnant in a mother. Oh, I'm sorry.
My bad. You got a husband, don't you? You is married, didn't you, girl?
Hey, is Punk gonna come out tonight? Because I would like to see it. It's just you and Paige, huh? What Paige? What you were doing that?
But the right now, I don't think there's potential for more New Japan and AEW, but I don't think there's much else outside of Kenta and Moxley because that's the match that needs to get done. And also I think Meltzer was saying that Kenta is the only New Japan guy in America right now, so there's really not much else they can do match wise.
So y'all know that Bad Bunny got a song with my name on it. I didn't dance on TV.
I didn't realize the song was called Booker T until Sunday. I didn't know. Really? I knew he was in the video, and but then on
that's why he's in the video, Cal.
I didn't know. I didn't know.
You were.
I don't. Look. I'm gonna keep it. I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. All right. I'm gonna keep it a buck.
Hey man, you shut up. Let him keep it a buck.
No. I'm one of the oldest motherfuckers in that bullpen. That it's just it is what it is. It is what it. But the thing is I'm at the point where my job is what's on the TV screen and what's in the movie theaters or what's on the Netflix, whatever the fuck. I don't have to worry about the music if I don't want to. That's why my diet is Griselda. I know Bad Bunny is a thing because I know my mans was like, look, this motherfucker's about to be a superstar a couple years ago. But I don't go to Apple Music and be like, yo, play me the new Bad Bunny. I heard it, but I didn't realize the song was called Booker T, especially in the whole panorama. It's not hitting the headphones. It's not. I probably heard the song the first time on Royal Rumble. If I'm keeping it a buck, but even still, I know that Booker T was dancing in the video, and this man sitting here like a fucking statue at the Royal. Anyway, so of course, New Japan said, "Look, Kenta's here. Let's make this announcement about us going to Roku. They ain't put the app on the Roku yet, which is what I need.
I'm on there. I need that app too.
But the Roku channel is going to be showing New Japan Pro Wrestling on Thursdays every week. So
already got it.
It's official that there's going to be pro wrestling on every weekday in America, and I think it's they're technically going to be the first pro wrestling show that's going to be on that type of video on demand because it's the same month as WWE going to Peacock, but it's days before. It's days before the 18th of March. I forget what the exact date is. It might be the week before, something like that. But I just need the app. Put New Japan World on Roku so I don't have to worry about sitting on my fucking laptop or doing the Chromecast or whatever. Fuck that shit.
It was on the Fire Stick, the Amazon Fire Stick, but it was hard to navigate on there.
I fucking hate the Fire Stick.
The Fire controller sucked. Is the main.
You hate the Fire Stick, the actual or you hate a hack Fire Stick or just the regular one?
The Amazon Fire Stick, the legit Amazon.
The legit, the unhacked.
I don't fuck with. Well, I got issues with it because the fucking remote went up, and then the one on my phone don't fucking work. That shit is ass. You know
I've never had a problem.
Yeah.
My hands. Never mind. I just.
Hey, Cal, get us out of here.
I was before we go. First, peace to Hank Aaron. You want to talk about Black history? That man recently passed, and he was. It's not a Black history fact, but he was I think one of the first big racism firestorms that happened in the WWE is when Hank Aaron realized how fucking racist Bill Watts was and said, "Look,
Bill Watts, yep,
these facts." He said, "Look, Ted Turner, you got my Atlanta Braves on your TV. You got to get this motherfucker the fuck out of here." But we had the clip. Somebody had posted the audio of the 1991 Bill Watts interview that was with Pro Wrestling Torch with Wade Keller. And I cannot read all of this on here, but what was the one line he said? This is Bill Watts, the guy who was running the WCW at the time when this man became the champion. He said, he came out his mouth on the pod or interview and said, "Who's killed more blacks than anyone? The fucking blacks." This is what he said.
That's right.
But they want to blame that bullshit Roots that came on the air. That Roots was so bullshit.
It was trash.
All you have to do if you want slaves is to hand beads to the chiefs and they gave you slaves.
Let me get 3 monkeys.
What is the best thing that has ever happened to the black race? They were brought to this country. No matter how they got here. You know why? Because they intermarried and got educated.
They ain't pure nigga no more. They pieces of nigga, like The Rock.
He said, if I don't want to sell fried chicken to blacks, I shouldn't have to. It's my restaurant.
I bet you don't sell no chicken.
White motherfuckers do be eating chicken, though.
Fried.
Fried.
Fried chicken drip?
What you know what it is. It's not that white people. God, this is a gross generalization, but I don't. It's not that white people are making fried chicken at home. It's that if you look at like Mr. KFC's numbers, white motherfuckers be buying some KFC. I don't buy KFC.
Hold on. This nigga went wild.
Who? Bill Watts.
Bill Watts. You go down to the black countries and they're all broke. Idi Amin killed more blacks than we ever killed. See what I mean? That's how stupid we are. We get all caught up in this BS rhetoric and say it's ridiculous what happened to our country.
That's actual audio. That's actual audio.
That nigga's definitely QAnon.
Is he still alive? Is Bill Watts dead?
I think so.
I hope so.
Is Bill Watts dead? He killed. I will say he killed the WCW for me. No, he's definitely still alive. He's 81 years old.
Well, again, his great idea was that let's take away the mats. Let's not have guys jump off the top turnbuckle. Let's
yeah. In a time when Brian Pillman was like one of the rising stars,
he hated Brian Pillman. Brian Pillman was getting paid how much because it was the previous people in charge, and he's like, I want to cut that in half. And Brian Pillman's like, fuck you, you ain't cut my pay in half.
Bitch.
Yeah.
So,
and he said, I'll make you a jobber. And then Brian Pillman's like, I'll be the highest paid jobber ever. Then
we all agree that Bill Watts is a horrible human being.
Correct.
Then the question becomes,
ask it.
How do we feel about him giving the pencil
Booker Man,
egg sucking dogs? You like
egg sucking dogs is funny. I'm sorry.
That was his bar.
That was his thing. Yeah.
to Ernie Ladd. Like,
Mark Henry would tell you that Ernie Ladd's one of the greatest black pro wrestlers of all time.
Right. So, and I mean, he's a big deal.
This man right here. This man right here would say that.
There you go.
No, you can't do that. Cut that out. Cut that out. But the question becomes.
This nigga. I'm sorry. So, he rethinking his decision. Like, damn, that shouldn't have been. I would have done things different. Yeah. It would have been a different. It would have been a different piece of never mind. Let me shut up.
Does it make Ernie his number one boy? Or is Ernie Ladd taking a bad rap for progress?
What did you have to look at who came behind Ernie Ladd?
Mm-hmm.
Did he open the door for anybody else?
See, I don't know. I don't know what his booking was. Right?
He was too old. He was too old.
He was the first black booker.
Right.
But that's the key is if nobody came behind him,
then he didn't do what he was supposed to do.
He didn't do what he was supposed to do.
Well, all right. I'm looking at this is funny. I'm looking at his Ladd's pro wrestling career. Shouts out to Niggapedia. They said that Ladd, he went to Mid-South with Bill Watts. He was feuding with a bunch of people. He even feuded with Bad News Brown. But in the early 80s, he said then Ladd assisted Watts as booker behind the scenes and was a large part in making the man Sylvester Ritter, aka JYD, the top draw in that area. So it would sound like he took some shots to help put another black man on.
And that's what I was going to say, because we talked about this often. It was a weird coincidence. I was listening to a podcast that was talking about Starrcade, and they covered the year that Bill Watts was in charge, and they talked about his exit. And they talked to Dave Meltzer to get his perspective, and he said that what was weird is that, again, Bill Watts saying what he said and being close personal friends for Ernie Ladd while also making Ernie Ladd his booker. So he's like, it didn't make sense really for this guy to say all that. Well, but again, that's racism in general. That Meltzer was just saying like, this guy made Ernie Ladd the first black booker in wrestling and went on to say this. And he's like,
so let me explain. It makes perfect sense to me. But no, it's not even that. It's that people that are racist aren't racist against
their friends.
A one-on-one person, not necessarily even their friends.
Right. I feel you.
People that are racist against people. They're racist through ideas and concepts and their actions. But normally,
what he's talking about,
one-on-one situation.
Those examples.
That nigger's cool.
Hey man, I talked to a black guy today. Man, he was a cool guy. He did vote for Obama. He was one of those guys, but you know what, man? He loves the Lord. He loves the Lord, and he goes to church. He takes care of all his kids. Little Keywan, little J Mo, all of them. He takes care of all his kids, and it's cool, you know. And he's a really good guy. Like, he's a black guy, but he's not a nigger. You know what I mean?
AJ Styles.
Yes, absolutely. He's talking about almost.
I thought so.
He was talking about almost as a shame.
I couldn't put my finger on it. I knew it
was
funny. Shit.
That's fucking funny. No, that's 100% facts. I feel bad because on the flip side, again, Ernie Ladd he started pro wrestling in the 1960s. Like he's
and that's what Meltzer was saying. Like this, he wrestled at the height of everything that was going on, and Bill Watts.
Right.
For wrestling, I mean,
I think either way.
Anytime, what was the gimmick? Anytime a black wrestler came to town, it was like, oh shit, they were not happy to see that in the South during that time.
Hey, did anybody else see Davis tiptoeing right there? I enjoyed that.
No,
yeah.
But I
didn't want to say like they were burning crosses and like
niggas say it.
But they were.
And they rode in the bathroom stalls and they were.
Where you going?
People read my Bianca Belair piece, but I talked to a whole Black Panther this week, and he told me, he said, look, I remember they grew up in Michigan. He said, I remember going to the South and like 7 years old, like his mama telling him, look, nah, that's not the bathroom you use. You have to sit here on the bus. Like mentally, Ernie Ladd been through that. And I think the type of Black people we are on this podcast, we didn't grow up with that. Right. Negroes written on the wall, Negroes only in front of the water fountain, all that stuff. Ernie Ladd had a different mentality, more than likely, because he probably had homies that got lynched or had homies that had to go through some wild shit. And it's not excusing anything, but you probably have to move a certain way if you want to be held in a certain regard. And the fact that he was able to, when he had the opportunity to build a star or help build a star in a territory, said, look, this motherfucker, Sylvester, we're going to take him to the moon. We're gonna push this man to the moon. And
you've heard of Elf on the Shelf. I'm sorry.
Don't do that. BlackRasslin.com is the website, as always. Nah, but I mean, yeah, fact. Yeah, good job, Chris. Good job.
Even he went dark. even Grip went dark. Damn.
We're going to end it there. But,
I don't care nothing about y'all niggas. I swear to you.
It's funny to me. Before we get out of here, though, dude, who are y'all Black wrestlers of the week? Let's go.
I'll go with Montel Vontavious Porter, still keeping the crew together for now.
Word for now. He was laughing when he saw what Bobby Lashley was doing, which I was laughing too.
I enjoyed it.
Shout out to his new chain. Too. He got a new chain.
It looked weird though. It looked weird with the collar shirt. But hey, do your thing, MVP.
I'm gonna go O'Shea Edwards.
Okay.
Shout out to signing with ROH.
That's what's up. Who you got, Drip? He said no Black people.
That's exactly what he said.
He said we don't want.
Hey, Drip, where your mic at, G?
Oh my God!
Oh shit!
That sounds crazy. Where your mic at, G?
Oh man, I wasn't prepared.
Hey, fuck y'all.
Bianca Belair.
Belair.
No offense to everyone else that you guys are choosing, but Bianca Belair this week, she did that shit.
Facts.
I was gonna say Bianca, but you took it, and it's all good because she's deserving. I'm gonna go Naomi because I don't, regardless of the fact she just returned, and she
Rumble. Why did they fight the whole Rumble? Them niggas fought the whole Rumble.
You know what it is?
Looks like you go after.
You know what let's see. Naomi did 47 minutes.
Yeah.
She was the second most to Bianca. Bianca did 56 minutes, and it's Naomi, and then
looking at Tony Storm. Y'all must have forgot what real ones look like, and then niggas like, oh yeah, that is what real.
Hey. I mean,
So what you about to say, man? What you about to say?
No. I'll wait for you. I was gonna give another Black wrestling.
The people who watch pro wrestling, the men who feel like they may not have been with enough women in their life, they will think any woman in the ring is the greatest looking woman in life. And it's no disrespect to the women that are out there, but
no disrespect to the women, all disrespect to y'all.
Every one of these women can't be dimes. Every one of these women don't have the best this or the finest looking that. There are some beautiful ones out there, but it's not all of them. And a lot of the ones that I see people hyping.
Just say it. Just say it.
No, I can't do it.
I ain't talking about the flatbacks.
I can't do it. No, I'm just saying people got to relax. Y'all giving a little too much energy. And y'all, because I guarantee.
This is coded language for Tony Storm. That's all I'm hearing.
Tony Storm ain't bad.
Tony Storm, I understand.
Okay.
I understand, but there's other ones.
Shots to the crowd.
There's a couple that are out there that it's like y'all sounding a little desperate. Get you.
Oh, there are definitely some. If that's who I'm thinking of, yeah.
Get you some interactions with the fair sex and really understand what. But anyway, who was you about to shout out as well, man?
Shout out to AQA. Signing with the WWE. Shout out to her. That's one of the main man's people.
Word.
Yeah, and he definitely shouted her out. You know what I mean? Nobody should go to the Father except through me. This nigga here, boy.
Oh, that's the one I saw that she had trained through what is it? World of Wrestling? What's the shit called? Texas
Reality
of Wrestling. There you go.
Oh, did you sign it with the roll? You understand?
Does he actually say that?
I don't think so.
That
would be hard, but he better not. He better not. He better not.
You understand when I'm on TV, you get up because I'm on here with these white girls, and they let me say anything I want.
Shucky ducky.
Shucky ducky. I've been waiting for him to drop that one again. Nah. But before we get out of here, y'all,
I would like to apologize to Hulk Hogan for any hurt I caused him when I told him I was coming for him.
Man, cut that man, Mike.
This show is something else.
Hogan is crazy.
So you got to sell that. See, those are the times you got to be look. I ain't even here. He ain't even say it. Nah, before we get out of here, please let the people know where they can find y'all. Silhouette head ass. Where can the people find y'all on social media? Math is obviously on TikTok. He's popping and locking on the TikTok.
Oh man, catch Math on Vine, bringing it back. I am IlFam79 on your social media of choice, but more importantly, every single weekend at Where's Buffy, where'sbuffy.com.
Oh shit, you cut it short. Math at Math Damon, you already know what it is. 1854. Bong.
Davis, aka Drip. That's where you can find me on Twitter. At that Davis Cone DC on Instagram. Most importantly, the J White Boy at BRP, the Undisputed Stat Guy. And listen, the last 4 or 5 weeks, no one's been doing it like us. I just gotta say that now. I mean, shouts to Public Enemies. Last week, amazing.
Nah, don't shout them niggas out.
Black Announce Table, amazing.
Don't shout them niggas out on our part, man.
Us three, big three, but also we've been killing it since the start of 2021, and that's how it's gonna stay for the rest of the year.
Look.
White.
Look.
Did you just look. You ain't like it. See, you ain't like the rest of them, baby. You a good one.
I was gonna say
you don't even look like you listen to Barry Manilow, so you know I like shit. You know what I mean? You all right with me, buddy? You know what I mean? Dylan,
buddy.
I didn't say it. We've been lit all year. I know it's only the second.
And the year just started. And the year
but we've been lit for it. We've been lit forever.
We've been lit forever. I want to say
Drip said it though. Drip said it.
How far back am I gonna go? Because like episode 184. The spot.
Drip said we've been running, son.
No, this is the thing. It's a marathon, not a sprint. And we didn't get this lit by accident. If y'all really want to see
That's why you gotta watch the YouTube. You gotta follow the Twitter, the Instagram, cop the merch.
Praise this nigga.
We did. God damn it.
Hey, Mike, you owe us.
Mike better be ready.
I showed my dad that clip from a couple weeks ago.
Bring me another beer, nigga.
Mike, you owe us, baby.
Wait, what did he say, Drip? What did Mike say when he saw the clip?
He laughed. He said that was funny when you guys shouted him out as like, because it was that when I said that I was not playing White Devil's Advocate. He laughed at that clip. So.
Mike is ready. That episode is gonna be fun.
So what y'all didn't realize is Mike's been backstage watching the whole time. Here he goes right now.
I'm dead. I'm fucking dead. That's perfect. Nah, but we've been lit for a minute, but yes. I'll even say since episode 200,
we've been running
bangers after bangers. But yes, shouts out to the people who know, who rock with us, and who do the shit we do in their own way, operating on all cylinders. I'm at Cal on Twitter, at Black Rasslin on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. BlackRasslin.com is the website, and as always, you can find the Black Rasslin podcast, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Play, wherever the fuck y'all getting podcasts, we there. YouTube.com/C/Black Rasslin. We upload every week. I always try and pick a clip out as well. Don't be going crazy in these comments, though, because some of y'all be saying some wild shit. But
go crazy in the comments.
Please go crazy in the comments. Please subscribe is the big subscribe.
Hey, listen, let's not all right. YouTube is the optimized version of the show. If your preference is audio, right, and you happen to be an iPhone nigga, right, hit the 5 stars. You know what I mean, 5-star frog splash. You know what I'm saying? Every time you see niggas up, man, see an episode, because you know it's another fire episode coming. 5-star frog splash the button, man. You already know what it is.
You already know. We'll catch y'all. What you about to say, man?
Shout out to Brian H. Waters. Shout out to Zell.
Right.
I ain't shouting nobody else. Shout out to the Madmen. Shout out to Banks. That's it. I ain't shout nobody else out, my nigga.
Banks Mascaras, the man of 1,000 podcasts out this motherfucker.
Bullshit.
He got all the podcasts. Like Terry got all the matches, Banks got all the podcasts. Every week it's a new one.
I know a couple niggas trying to catch him.
We'll see. We shall.
Nigga like me, man. I love the game. I love the hustle, man.
We could have kept this nigga crying. We could catch y'all next week. Shouts for rocking with us. Peace.